Hello everyone and welcome to another Attack of the Clones from ReplayRetro. It's been quite a while since we've done one of these, so let's get straight into it with a look at this. Yep, I'm sure you recognise it. It is, of course, the AtGames Reactor, which is also known as the Zone40 or the Zone40 or the Zone whatever number they've decided to put after it this week. They're all pretty much the same. And taking a look at the box on this one, you can see it is very heavily Sega branded. Nice dark colour scheme, which goes from the console to the packaging. Great big Sonic over here, and quite a cool looking Mega Drive logo there. It is actually really cool. I'm assuming if this is out in America as well, I'm assuming that it's basically the same but Genesis branded instead of Mega Drive. Looking around the box, what can we see? We can see that it includes 20 official Sega Mega Drive games. We'll have a closer look at those in a moment when we get to the back of the box. 2 wireless controllers. Great. They'll be infrared, so that's going to work really, really well. 16-bit graphics, 16 interactive sports games, 2 interactive controllers. Interactive controllers? How could a controller not be interactive? Surely the whole point of a controller is you interact with it to use the game. Ugh. Wireless game console. Ugh. Okay. Is it completely wireless? Do I not need to connect it to the TV? Or are there no wires inside it because it's essentially just a chip? God only knows. 50 built-in games. Okay. Really? Oh right, yeah, 20 official Mega Drive games and 30 bonus games. That must include the 16 interactive sports games. AC adapter. Brilliant. You can actually plug this into an electrical supply, facilitating it being usable. Controllers. Great. Wireless. Why not? Real-time action as opposed to action that happens a week ago, maybe? Multiplayer. Specifically, 2 players. They're benefiting there from not having hands and therefore not being able to experience this. 50 built-in games. Not entirely sure why that symbol's necessary, but hey-ho. Game software, Sega, all rights reserved, blah 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 blah. Firecore, what are you? You just a company that has some vague input in this? Really cool big Sonic graphic, I quite like that, that's very cool. Sonic and Knuckles, plug and play interface, just plug into your TV. And electricity, and put batteries in the controllers. You know, same old. On the top then, Sonic going into a spin attack, Reactor wireless gaming console, Mega Drive AtGames, not shiny like it was before. Carry handle to facilitate easy flinging. On the side, same again, just no flinging handle. Other side, again, no flinging handle. Underneath, the usual stuff. Warning, not suitable for children under 3 years old due to the presence of absolute tat. The crossed out wheelie bin symbol on the appliance needs to be disposed of in an environmentally friendly way when it becomes of no further use or is worn out. What? So the crossed out wheelie bin symbol, which is that there, needs to be disposed of in an environmentally friendly way. So I have to cut this off and throw it in recycling? Can I not just leave it on the box? Perhaps what they actually mean, of course, if I'm not being facetious about it, is that when the appliance is of no further use or is worn out, you should dispose of it in an environmentally friendly way. Yeah. All packaging materials such as tape, plastic bags could kill your kids, so could the experience of playing this console. Colours and contents may vary, you might actually have something good in the box. Adult supervision required to make sure you don't cut yourself while playing this. Suitable for most televisions, blah blah blah, but not recommended for any of them. Please retain information for future reference, you know, in case you're incredibly thick and can't work out how to work this thing. Batteries required. Control. Also, the control unit does actually also use batteries if you don't want to plug it into the mains. That's great, because it's the 80s all over again. Let's look at the back of the box then. Enjoy your favourite Sega Mega Drive games with interactive controls on this easy-to-use console. I'm not going to enjoy them really, am I? I mean, actually, there's probably some great games, but they're not going to be enjoyable with an infrared controller. Wonderful. Reactor contains 20 Sega Mega Drive games, including Sonic. So you can enjoy and play them in a new interactive way with all your family and friends, who will hate you infinitely after exposing them to this, thus having less family and friends, saving you money at Christmas. And the best part is, those that still are your friends, just buy them a Reactor, or give them your own. In addition, the system also includes 14 arcade games and 16 sports interactive games. Stop with the word interactive. You know what this means? No, you don't, so stop using it. Easy to just plug in and play. Let's have a look at the games. So, the Sega games which are included are Kid Chameleon, not a bad little game. Shakan, yeah, it's one I've heard of, but I don't think I've actually played it. Shinobi, not a bad game. Sonic and Knuckles, interesting choice for the Sonic title. Decent enough game. Sonic Spinball, I actually quite like Sonic Spinball. Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle. Love it, Alex Kidd games are all solid. Comic Zone, absolutely brilliant game is Comic Zone. I'm quite impressed that's on here, really. Altered Beast, I've never been a fan. People seem to love it, but hey. Arrow Flash, no idea. Bonanza Bros, great game. The Ooze, not heard of it. The original Crackdown, of course, not the Xbox 360 Crackdown. That would be ludicrous. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Echo the Dolphin, another big hitter title, I suppose, really. E-SWAT, not a bad game. Fatal Labyrinth, I think I've played that. That's quite a good game. Flicky, really addictive, fun little game. Game Ground, Golden Axe, and what's that? Jewel Master? Some kind of puzzle game, maybe? Okay, so all in all, actually, they've chosen some decent Sega games in there, really. You know, that could be quite good, I suppose. Let's have a look at the interactive sports games that are in no way at all ripping off the Nintendo Wii. We have Dart, not darts, just dart. You can only throw one dart. Curling, because everyone has been crying out for a curling simulator, although kudos for giving one that we don't get very often. Virtual tennis, because you have to have a tennis game on a motion console. Swimming, Sword of Warrior. The graphics on that look a little bit more advanced than the others. Fishing, Happy Badminton, as opposed to Miserable Badminton. Super Shoot, which looks like a basketball game. Baseball, golf, bowling, virtual ping pong. I'm sorry, you can't put tennis on this 3 times. Oh no, wait, beach volleyball's underneath that, so you've put it on 4 times, essentially. Competitive fencing, as opposed to, you know, friendly fencing where you just admire each other's swords. Football and virtual boxing. Again, the graphics for virtual boxing look quite advanced. And finally, 14 arcade games. We have Jack's P, that well-known, famous arcade game. Mahjong Solitaire. Is it possible for a game to be both of those things? Warehouse Keeper. Memory, Cannon, Mr. Balls. There's a game called Mr. Balls on here. Oh, that's worth the admission fee alone. Naval Power. Spider. Bottle Tops Race. Bomber, looks a bit Bomberman-esque, that could be alright. Checker. Hexagonos. Sounds like an ancient deity that is going to be very annoyed by us saying his name several times. Air hockey. And Fight and Lose. So basically, Fight and Lose, interesting name for a game. Basically, if you choose to fight, you will lose. So probably better off just walking away. Yeah. Oh god, we can't put it off any longer. Let's open this colossal bag of farts up. And there it is. Little SCART adapter jobby. Don't know if that's included. Oh, camera, focus. SCART adapter jobby. There you go. I'm assuming based on the fact that it has all its pins, that's not the included one. That's just one I've been given. Yeah, wonderful. Cable. You know, so you can connect it. God, camera, focus. Screwdriver. Again, I'm guessing a filthy screwdriver wasn't included. But it's mine now. AC adapter, which looks like a generic supply. Wonderful. Probably blow up and burn my home down. Fantastic. Controllers. That one's really filthy. I don't really want to know where that's been. And they have, of course, a wrist strap. Because if the Wii taught us anything, it's that idiots smash their TVs. Oh, did that just light up? Yes, there's power in that controller. Looks like an infrared emitter. Another infrared emitter. Oh, and another one there. Don't feel like the worst controllers ever. D-pad is a bit odd. Overall, it's a bit spongy, but actually, credit where credit's due. Doesn't feel like a bad controller, all in all. Look at that, you get two of them. Bargain. And the system itself, which weighs nothing. Seriously, this weighs nothing. Most of the weight is the box and the AC adapter. There is nothing in here. How bizarre. Wonder if that's already got batteries. No, it can't have batteries in it. It doesn't weigh anything. Power button on the top there. Reset button. Is there some IR detection there maybe, or is it all in this panel here? God only knows. Obviously battery bay. Quality control passed. As in it passed through quality control without actually being inspected. Socket for the AC adapter, or DC adapter, and the AV socket so that you can connect this to your TV and have a fantastic experience. Anything under here? No. Oh God. I suppose we should plug this in and enjoy the misery. To the television! Here we are then at the main menu, and we'll start with the Sega Mega Drive games. I've had to tweak the settings quite a bit on the TV actually, because originally that Sonic and Knuckles graphic looked very washed out, and now it looks, well, a little bit sharper. So yeah, Mega Drive games. The controller actually seems fairly, oh god, there we go, left, right. Controller actually seems fairly responsive. It's fairly instant. Not brilliant, but no worse than most of these systems. So we'll go with Comic Zone first, because let's face it, Comic Zone is a brilliant game and I haven't played it for a long time. Sound actually doesn't sound too bad. A lot of these chips tend to distort and mess up the sound, but this isn't terrible. Well, there is a bit of distortion, but nothing awful. Start, thank you. Comic Zone, if you've never played it, is an absolutely brilliant game. Just the art style alone makes this game worth having. And the fact of how it uses the comic book interface for you to get around is just brilliant. All the speech bubbles as well. It's an amazing art style. I really like this game. The D-pad is really... Oh, I didn't press that. D-pad on this thing is not responding very well at all. Although I wonder if I'm not quite making a good line of sight to the console for the infrared. Try and move it out, that's a bit better. Now you can go across or down here. You can choose how you navigate through the comic book. So we'll go down. There we go. I think that makes me super powerful, doesn't it? Yeah, there you go. Such an awesome game. Oh, that was silly. There we go. So yeah, Comic Zone is represented quite well by this system. Nothing against it. Cool game. Let's try something else. How do we get back to the main menu? Oh. Oh, we can't. Oh god, I'm gonna have to actually get off my arse and reset it. AtGames clearly don't know what gamers want. Let's try an arcade game. And I think we all know which game I want to try. Page 2. Mr. Balls! Look at it. Look how great that looks. Let's play Mr. Balls. Mr. Balls, he loves balls, you love balls, Mr. Balls. Oh, Mr. Balls. Yeah, random. Why not? Because I don't have a clue what I'm doing here anyway. I should have read the what the frig? Some kind of puzzle game? Oh, hello. Am I trying to line them all up? Like that? No? Am I trying to get rid of them? So, oh god. Is this like Lights Out, but with Mr. Balls? I was never very good at Lights Out, so reset. The sound on that seemed quite distorted as well. I mean, I don't know what it's supposed to sound like. Oh well, I suppose we have no choice now but to try the interactive sports games. That's weird. That's almost like the system seems to switch off and switch into a different mode for the interactive sports games. And it's much quieter. Let's try table tennis, because let's face it, we know roughly how these kind of games play. Oh, so the volume got louder again. How weird. I really like that music, it's a shame it's such a small loop. I can't go down, I want to go down. Oh, so up and down isn't... Oh, I suppose when you're holding it like a tennis racket, up and down is... one player. I'll be this guy, because I can't be bothered switching again. Choose opponent. That guy. Why not?
0-0. Service player 1.
Oh! Oh! That was surprisingly effective. No? Ah, net. Oh! This actually works! I mean, it's terrible and very slow and flaky. But it does work. That is exactly the level of applause I expect at a ping pong match. Let's reset and try another interactive sports game. So weird that the console seems to change into another console there. let's try bowling, because again, we all know how motion bowling games work. One player, please. I'll be Daniel, because he looks... Oh, what? I didn't... What? Full power. Hey, there's no motion to this. All I just did was select the power, so there's no motion control to this one. Yeah, you just move this... Well, this sucks a whole heap of balls. And it's not very intuitively letting me select. Well, that's quite possibly one of the worst bowling games I've ever played. And I had a phone in the 90s with a bowling game on it. Reset! Let's try one more interactive sports game, and it's got to be the boxing. Surely that's interactive. Oh yeah! Match. Easy. Is that Afro Thunder? Come back, Afro Thunder. 3 rounds, because I'm not even going to play for that long. Now, does this work like a normal boxing game? Ow. Okay, so, oh, yep. How do I punch with the other hand? Am I supposed to be using both controllers? No, punch! Oh wait, yeah. I am punching. Wait, I thought I was Afro Thunder. I don't understand. So the buttons seem to be working, but flailing the controller occasionally throws that punch. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm flailing the controller and mashing buttons, and I seem to be doing okay. I don't think this is detecting motion in any real way. I mean, if I literally just flail the controller left and right, okay, it throws a right hook. But I can't get it to throw a left, I can't get it to block, unless I use the actual buttons. I am now literally just spinning the controller. What is going on? Oh, I'm on the floor. Punch to get up. All I'm doing is flailing. Why is it not working anymore? Okay, mash the buttons instead. The buttons are more reliable. Mash the buttons. God, did I just say something on this was reliable? Oh, God. Flipping heck. This is ridiculous. I want to throw a left punch. What is going on here? Well, this is a diabolical machine. The Mega Drive stuff on it was quite cool. The arcade games are probably alright, but the motion sensing stuff and the interactive sports games are terrible. If you see this for a very, very cheap price, probably don't buy it. Unless you hate someone, and you know. It's not that AtGames emulation stuff is actually bad. A lot of their stuff is quite good. But I don't see the point in this. Get one of the little AtGames handhelds if you really must get something like this. I'm off to go clean my eyes with bleach and cut off my arms and legs. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.